All right, man. This is Julian OJ the Juice, aka the Big Dog from Dallas, Texas. You know, this is my first time to do a video show on YouTube, and I've thought about it. You know, the only thing that made me come here and share my idea is about this coronavirus, COVID-19. You know, um, I've been watching a lot of videos, reading about this coronavirus. You know, it a lot of things come into my mind. People are talking about is a biological warfare, is a disease that maybe has been planned scientifically. Things. A lot of things are being said and done. But anyway, everybody knows about where coronavirus started. It started from Wuhan, China, in December, and it has expanded so tremendously around the world, and so many people around the world have been infected and have gotten sick. And the authorities in China confirmed that there's dozens and dozens of people that were sick on that time in December, and they were being treated for pneumonia, thinking that it was coronavirus, but they were being treated of pneumonia. So, but those are the people that visited the animal market in Wuhan. So the authorities have came to understand that this coronavirus has been spreading tremendously from person to person. And there's one thing that our brothers in Africa, I feel so sorry for them, because if here in Kenya, here in America, in USA, we are really having a hard time to combat this deadly disease. And we are being told to stay indoors. We are being told to follow the procedures that is necessary to make sure is necessary to help hinder all this spreading, because it's getting out of hand. And we have so many people that have been dying. We have like 1,200 people that are dying here in America every day. It's worse than the 9/11 bomb blast that happened in New York. So I remember in January, the first report that was made on the 11th January 2020, the first person that died of coronavirus was a Chinese guy who was like 61 years old. And on the 21st, and that the Chinese guy that died had already visited the live animal market in Wuhan. And this thing is a bacteria that they say came from a bat or something like that. Not a bat, animal bat. And we have a second case that was reported, that an American who was middle age, like 30s, from Washington State. He had already traveled to Wuhan, and he was diagnosed with the same coronavirus disease. After that, the following day, Japan announced, South Korea announced, Thailand announced the first cases. So it is very, very important that we need to step up. Mostly in Africa, we have very poor healthcare system. And if this thing comes to Africa like it is right now, but it is not rampant, it is high time, my guys. You need to be on a lockdown. You need to be on a lockdown, because if this thing start tearing people apart and put you down to sleep, people will fall down like like houseflies. I'm telling you for real. So it is high time for Kenyans to know that they put their life in their own hands, and if they want to live, they better follow the procedure that is required, because there are symptoms that you need to look at, on and how it spreads, you know, because according to the WHO, the most common symptoms of COVID-19 are fever, tiredness, and dry cough. So you don't take lightly on things like that. Some patients may also have running nose, sore throats, nasal congestion, and aches and pains or diarrhea. Some people also report losing their sense of taste and smell, or you know what I'm saying? And also, there's a percentage of 80% of people who get COVID-19 also experience a mild case. About and as the people that experience a mild case, and there's some people experience a regular cold, and the people also recover without needing any special treatment. Because there's one thing that you should know, that this disease as a doesn't have cure. There's no cure. There's no medicine that you need to protect you from getting it. The only thing that needs to protect you from getting it is you need to stay away from it. You need to follow the procedures that are required by the CDC and the WHO to prevent you from getting infected with this disease. And it's a serious thing. People are dying every day. If you check the rate on which people are dying, it's scary. Because they say about 1 out of 6 people who the WHO says about 1 out of 6 people who got this virus become seriously sick. And the elderly and the people with underlying medical problems like blood pressure, heart problems, diabetes, or chronic respiratory condition are at greater risk of serious illness from COVID-19. You need to know that there are things that you need to do and the things that you don't need to do. The things that you need to do: wash your hands regularly for almost 20 seconds. You need to make sure you use the lather, rub your hands, and after rubbing your hands, you can use any alcohol-based hand rub and wipe on your hands, just to be on the safe side. Cover your nose and mouth with disposable tissue or flex elbow when you're coughing, so you don't spread, the vapor from your mouth, the particles that carry the virus from your mouth. And that's what will float in the air. Those tiny particles float in the air and it's sprayed. As soon as it's sprayed, somebody else might breathe it or enter through open organs. Avoid close contacts. Make sure you have at least 1 meter to 3 feet, because right now the scientists are saying that when somebody sneezes, it goes like 27 feet, and then it can spread to you and you get it. So stay away from people who are unwell. Stay home and self-isolate yourself from others in the household if you feel unwell. The things that you don't need to do is don't go to the crowd areas. Stay at home. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters in Africa, this mostly comes to you guys because you guys are taking everything for granted. Stay at home, bro. Stay at home, my sister, because when this shit knocks at your door, it has no mercy, baby. This shit will come and and sweep like nobody's business. It's gonna take lives and soul of human beings back home, because we have the most. We are a dark continent. We can lie. You know what I'm saying? We in Africa, our countries in Africa are behind technology wise. You know what I'm saying? So we need to make sure we stay at home. Stay away from the crowd. Don't touch your face, your nose, your organs. You know, try as much as you can. You can have your how do you call that?